Hey there, super soldiers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the Stalwart Ancients. Episode 37, a quick theft for a permanent cure. Where we are picking up is I intend to bolster our numbers. With our crew of 4, we definitely do not have enough manpower to clear a vault, let alone leave someone behind to defend this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to add to our numbers. Now, I did make one little change between last stream and this stream to try to solve some of that like cure issue, which is I added a mod that creates more quest potentials. It doesn't like create cure quests, but there might be more quests. Now, we did get contacted by Vamp. Vamp wanted to be saved by manhunting swans, and this is one such way that we're going to add to our number. So the plan right now is to have Breakfire craft up some additional recon armor for Inu and Flip, and then go into Death Rest. And then once out of Death Rest, we're going to go save Vamp. The other way I intend to add to our numbers is through shuttles. We can visit some of the neighboring factions and try to like buy pawns, because that's another way to bolster numbers. So we'll try both approaches. You know, the shotgun approach of just whoever we can get. So taking a look at Vamps, and I guess I'll add that to the priority. Bolster our soldier numbers and rescue Vamp. So once we have more soldiers, we'll be able to have a little bit more flexibility about like where we go, what we do, etc. And that's essentially what I'm hoping. Is we'll get more people, put them through the super soldier program, have an easier time defending our base as a result, and then have a little bit more flexibility about how we operate in the shadows in our secret vault. So them's the plans. And just to reiterate, I do not intend to intentionally seek out any more ancient dangers, as I think the manpower dedicated towards that has been enough already. And instead, I intend to passively search ancient dangers if we find them out, out and about. And then, of course, with the mod that adds more quests, maybe we get questing for it, although I wouldn't hold my breath. But at this point, waiting any longer in order to trying to save Red Mist might cost everyone else their lives, and like not even Red Mist herself would want that. So it's really not worth the risk of dwindling our own numbers in the hopes of a long shot at a cure. All right, we also scaled back our gene program. I forgot to mention that at the start of the stream, but we scaled back our gene scanning program because you only really benefit from first implant. So collecting a bunch of xenogenes is far less of a priority now, which is why I cleared out the prison so that it's more manageable, less ridiculous. Scorpio has just gone through a death rest, so as soon as Breakfire is done with one more recon armor, we'll consider sending Breakfire through a death rest early so that we can go rescue Vamp. And it's going to be a little weird with 2 vampires rescuing 1 vampire. What was the gene you got last stream? You picked up Awful Intellectual as a negative. And the Substance Impervious as a superpower. I'm not really sure the full details of Substance Impervious. Like, I don't know if you can overdose, because I know addictions and overdosing are two totally different mechanics. So I was I'm curious about that, but I'm also like cautious about not wanting to like test it and its limits. I'm gonna raise the crafting priority a little bit higher so we can get buildup of chem fuel, because we don't really have any stockpiled chem fuel in the camp right now, and we're gonna need some. So this is the recon armor I was waiting on, and I don't think that Breakfire is going to be sent through involuntary death rest anymore. For reference, Breakfire was involuntarily death rested multiple times due to red mist, but now that red mist is on ice, we don't have that that potential threat any longer. All right, I have room for 5 more genes. Cool. I don't think I'm going to hold on to slow wound healing. It's not one that I particularly need to care about. There it is. Recon armor's just about done. Another thing we could consider is using up some of the textiles as goods for sale. And then, of course, Flippers is making art. I wanted to raise the rec room back to extremely impressive, but then once it's at extremely impressive, we can have art for sale as well, because we've been hauling in granite chunks, and we can continue hauling in granite chunks, turn that into art, and that will be another export good to fund our genetic engineering program. Alright, let's kick this up. Death rest. Oh, weird. It bound to some weird ones. Wait. What? Okay. I mean, to be fixed. No, this one's straight up bound. Oh, man. Okay, so he... I'm gonna have to destroy this one and rebuild it. And then probably separate their death rest caskets. So what I'll do is I'll put their bedroom... What is the... I'll put the bed in the middle and try to keep them from having bound to each other's caskets. I don't want to move this while he's resting, though. Okay, this should work. It will be inelegant for now, but in the long term, it will be solved. Another thing we could consider, now that we're waiting for Breakfire to finish death resting, is Scorpio could get some time practicing mining. It's not like I have a massive abundance of steel at the moment, so let's have Scorpio dig around the volcano now that most of the lava is subsided. What? Yeah, what ended up happening here was this was unbound, and intentionally, I was intending to have Scorpio bind to it, and then Breakfire bound to a third death rest accelerator, which I didn't think was going to happen, but, you know, whatever. Cache of valuables. Oh, hold on. Are you kidding me? I mean, another 7 meganoids there, but this is a cure for red mist. The second I stop looking. Ah! Okay, yep. All right, thanks, Randy. So the plan, well, actually, let's wait. So the plan right now is... No, I'm going to actually wake her. So here's the thing. We are going to need some, like, manpower in order to brute force our way through 7 meganoids. I could use things like Insanity Lances, but I think it's best if we also have Red Mist available for fighting. The other thing I'm probably going to want to do before I leave is to get another sword for her, because I sold her last one, and we're going to want a long sword made by Breakfire, made of obsidian, once Breakfire is up and at him, which means we need to mine up obsidian. Which means, Scorpio, you are done with steel for now. Sneak Red Mist in with invisibility. So I don't really think it's worth potentially risking her life if she can't like get out or whatever. I think it's probably best if they all go and we just like force our way through. But yeah, the current priority is get the heal serum. And one of the reasons I woke her up is heal serum would also cure something stupid like crypto sleep sickness. So I need to wait for the crypto sleep sickness to go away too. But yeah, we have a plan. We might be able to get her back. I also think it's probably wise for her to wear Inu's armor. So I'm going to have Inu ditch the marine armor once Inu's up, and for Red Mist to wear it instead. And then I'll need to make recon armor as well. Basically, I don't want to go, like... I want to be fully ready for whatever is there. So as we can survive whatever situation it might be. But yeah, that was definitely fortuitous. I can't believe it. I finally am like, all right, I'm done searching because like the search is ridiculous, and then I get it. Oh wow. Yeah, the Death Rest caskets are like taxing our power grid a bit hard right now. If I do say so myself. Let's turn off as much as we can. Because we're still in a power deficit. And I'll probably want to make another... Well, you know, ideally I want to, like, get more Ancient Chem Gens. Maybe we can even kick this one. Kick it better. Alright, you should not kick it anymore, because you're kicking... You are a brawler. You're kicking a bit hard. Hey, Inu, you're not a brawler, right? No, you have a melee of 5. Moving away entirely from, like, generators I have to remember to kick periodically might be in my best interest in the long run. Because the kick until I'm happy is, like, whatever. We're 60 watts down, that's fine. I'll live with that. The kick until we're happy type of situation we got right now is, like, kind of not my jam, if you will. Alright, so Red Mist, go toss on that super good marine armor. And then, as soon as Breakfire's up, we have a plan. And I'm excited about that. So Red Mist, now that you're out of casket, the other thing I have to worry about, so you're only hemocollapse 89%. I don't think you're going to die, right? Because that's the other worry. Obviously, the heal serum can't cure death. It can only cure the hemocollapse. So we need to make sure that we get the cure before Red Mist dies of the poison, essentially. So it's a bit of a timer, but you know. And yeah, she just learned that aggro died. I don't actually think she was particularly fond of aggro. She's not really particularly fond of her fellow soldiers. So, truth be told, I don't think she cared. Like, at all. This community is like one large semi-dysfunctional family, if you will. Waste pack dump. No. No thanks. Don't know why they think a legendary bow would be of any interest to me. They keep offering it. Hey, would you like a bow? No, not last time, not this time, not next time. I don't care for bows. You guys miss aggro more than she does? Yes. To be fair, oh boy. Most of the colonists in this colony, like, don't really have good friends. Alright, please don't get addicted to this. Good. Scorpio, you are gonna turn your blade over to her. Please, no one social fight her. No, don't arrest him. Come on. No, stop. Okay. There must be some sort of melee weapon I can throw on real quick. In here. Like a breach axe or something. Although you aren't an obligate brawler. You just have a shooting of 0. So you know what? Let's target practice. Ditch that. Grab this. You'll do your best. And we'll put you back as brawling once this is done. This looks like a pretty small swarm. It doesn't look like a big deal. It's basically just free money and free chem fuel, if you ask me. Because, like, trying to hit Red Mist in a brawl is stupid. She has a melee of 20. She actually doesn't have legs, because we weren't investing in her. But she's Herculean, which means she does 300% melee damage. She cannot be staggered. She's got prowess. Prowess is the multiplier of melee hit chance and dodge chance. So she has 300% hit and dodge chance increase. And masterful melee, which makes her target hearts and brains. So, like, trying to punch her is so insanely stupid as she just cuts everyone's heads off. Look, like, almost all the bugs here have been decapitated by her. She's just like, oop, off with your head, off with your head, off with your head. She's like, I don't know where the bug hearts are, but I know where their heads are. Choppity chop, chop, chop. This is basically just, fruit ninja, and she's the ninja, and they're the fruit. Yeah, she didn't even get hit once. Alright, well, free chem fuel. Yeah, Randy saw that I wanted chem fuel, clearly. And also the insect jelly is great, because the insect jelly is a, don't spit on me. The insect jelly is a good trade. Good. And they're down. I think I'm going to have Red Mist take off the obsidian sword until we're ready to go, though, because she's honestly too much of a threat to our own colonists if she's allowed to keep it. She's kind of like Highlander, where, like, she thinks there can only be one in the colony and, like, actively works to murdering everyone else. That's super basically what she's been doing. So, gotta keep an eye on that. Alright, that's probably enough obsidian. We'll stop mining for now. Airdog, thank you for the resub. Oh, and I'm getting resub noises again. So, Sebastian, thank you for the resub too. Because it all of a sudden started working. Alright, I'm going to high priority haul the rest of the stuff. Breakfire is going to be up in soon? 15 hours? And then we have a little bit of crafting to do to get Inu some armor and Scorpio a weapon. And then we'll head out to get the cure. I cannot believe the cure was offered, like, the moment I was like, you know what? I'm tired of searching for it. Like, absolutely, that's just, like, stupid. It honestly just bothers me. Atimo, thank you for the resub too. Weapons are not used in social fights? They're not normally. I think it's mostly. Well, so here's the thing. Every time she's gotten a social fight with Breakfire, she's almost cut off his head or like cut out his heart. So her Herculean and melee mastery kicks in and has her try to murder people. So I don't think she should be using her weapon, but I don't want to risk it because she's been proven time and time again that oh god, and the weapon she's been killing Breakfire with is called Breakfire's brother. What is this? Cain and Abel? Apparently not. And I know he's a melee with a shield. I just don't have the weapon yet. Yeah, here's a breach axe. There you go. All right. So break should be up just a second. Actually, don't really like auto wake because it sometimes makes bad choices. And we are chem fueling up the bugs. That's what they were there for. Okay, we're back in the extremely impressive realm for our main dining room, or rec room, which means that the extra art that we're making at this point can be used for as a trade good, not as a decoration, which is perfect. All right, time to turn on the crafting facilities and get Breakfire to make the sword. Oh, what is you're bleeding? Ah, because you're terminal. You know, I think we need to get the cure without her help. Also, oh, buddy, fire hot. Come on, buddy. You are a vampire, so just jump. Nope, now you're on fire. No, Tinderskin, don't do that, little. Okay, all right. Inu, I need your help. The pig is using his big brain to do big brain things, and it smells of suicide. You're burning off your beautiful, like, how are these? Stop, you freaking lunatic. Okay, you're no longer on fire. Now get inside. Oh, you burnt your pants off? Well, I guess that's more stuff we have to craft. So be it. So the recon armor needs 3 advanced components, and you're... Oh, you know what? I'm probably out of uranium for it. I am. So we can't make the recon armor. So I'm going to shut down the fab bench, and instead work on the longsword. Actually, I don't even need the longsword, technically speaking, because Red Mist is not going to be joining us for this heal serum search, as she was like terminally ill and was running into some complications as a result. So what we need to do is we need to wait for the pig to heal up so that we can go in as a show of force. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have Red Mist take off her armor before we depart, though. And JJ, thank you for the resub. And I'll have Scorpio wear it. As Scorpios are brawler. Our very flammable and somewhat stupid brawler. But brawler all the same. And then Inu is wearing the other armor. So now we're all armored up. We're just going to be down a person for the fight. Weapons dealer. And by the way, Crimson, cheers. You just missed it. I killed bugs. In your honor, you'd be proud. Alright, Scorpio, you probably still trade better. Quick study and cold weakness. I like that a lot. That's a really nice... Poor metabolic efficiency, but quick study is, like, amazing. So buy that. I got slow wound healing. I can sell that. Wherever that is. Slow heal. There it is. There's also super heal. I don't know. I'm actually going to sell fast heal too. Because we have two sangophages that can cauterize or coagulate. I don't think that there's much of a need for like boosted wound healing. Because there's not really going to be a situation where we're like, oh no, wounds. Now here's an idea. Do we bring a Doomsday Launcher to the mechs? I'm going to go with yes. I'll upset the little ones killing all the bugs. I know. I don't know what possessed my toddler to side with the bugs, but I'm going to revoke his democracy. Alright, I think this looks like a pretty good trade. And we even ended up with a net positive of silver. So we have a Doomsday Launcher. So what I intend to do, going to the mech fight, is to bring regular guns and, like, long-range guns. Just in case it's a bunch of, like, long-range mechs, because I don't know what kind of mechs they're gonna bring. But I want to be ready for all possible cases. Quick study would be a good implantation, though. Maybe if... oh, unnamed. Thank you for the raid. I'm not getting my, my announcement sounds. You're playing a game I've never heard of. But, well, welcome. Welcome, Raider. I'm taking a look at what kind of game that was. Not one I'd ever be interested in ever in my life. Got it. Well, I don't need to know about that game, but what brings you here? And thank you for your raid. So once, you know, I'm gonna have Scorpio rest in the bed, because you recover faster in a hospital bed. And that will allow us to go to the heal serum sooner. I haven't forgotten about Vamp, but the cure is, I would say, more important. We look after our own before we look after a stranger who is willing to join. I mean, that's a very obvious thing to do. Ah, you saw me online? You remember that old playthrough? Well, I appreciate it. It's a pleasure. Wait, why did Breakfire... What the heck happened here? Breakfire only bound to one of the accelerators? I don't know what's going on. There's some weirdness. Whatever. Brain can't handle it. Alright, Scorpio's all healed up. So where is this valuables site? Quest, cache of valuables. So Vamp needs 5 days, got it. It's just west of our colony. So here's the plan. The plan is to go with an overabundance of backup. I think I'll leave, between Inu and Flip, I'll leave Flip at home, even though Flip is tough. Inu has that, like, super good shooter gene that got recently implanted, so... let's see. We are going to take... medicine? We're going to take 3 sniper rifles, the Doomsday Launcher, and we're going to load this all up, and then Breakfire... Well, actually, I don't need 3 sniper rifles. Breakfire, Scorpio, and Inu will set out for the Heal Serum Cure. Alright, set to load. Everyone except for Flip. You know, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to wait for the morning, so that we at least have, like, daylight advantage. So I'm gonna put the stuff back in there, and then wait for the morning. Because giving the mechs a nighttime... Well, oh, you know, Scorpio and Breakfire wouldn't really care about the nighttime. But I'll wait anyway, because Inu still would. Because Breakfire and Scorpio have dark vision. Actually, you know what? Inu, you have dark vision too. Yeah, there's no nighttime. Yeah, let's go. Breakfire and Scorpio are vampires. Inu has dark vision. For reference, because I know this confuses people, darkness does not lower your accuracy. It used to, like 7 years ago in RimWorld or something like that. It doesn't anymore. What it does do is lowers your movement speed. But because Breakfire, Scorpio, and Inu are all dark visioned, and then Breakfire and Scorpio are vampires, it's actually best to attack at night. Because during the day, Breakfire and Scorpio suffers a UV sensitivity unless it's like overcast, which it happens to be overcast here on our home map tile, meaning that there wouldn't be UV sensitivity issues, but like... Oh my god, I hit the wrong button. Okay. As they say, the third time's the charm when you are as stupid as I. We're going. It just is, it's taking me a minute. Alright. Getting shuttle, except for Breakfire. Load. Load. No, what do you... That's not what loading looks like. What are you doing? I don't even know what they're doing now. I give up. Breakfire. Scorpio, Inu. 4 meds. 2 snipes. And a Doom. Go. Okay. They finally did it. Now, we're gonna want to drop at edge. And then I need to be careful not to, like, destroy the heal serum. Because that would be a real run. I would hate that. Would EMP launcher help? Maybe, but it only helps once. That's why I typically don't pack them. Because as soon as you... That's not edge. As soon as you use it, they become immune to it. Given this entourage, Scorchers are dangerous for us. Tesserons are nasty, but they don't have 40 range. Scorcher, Tesseron... Cyclops, sorry. So, I would say the Pikeman and the Lance are the most dangerous ones. And I don't think I'm going to need the Doomsday Launcher for this. What I want to do is I want to have, our offhand weapons loaded up. And then I'll have Scorpio carry the Doomsday Launcher just in case. And let's start the fight by taking out the Lancer. I think that poses the greatest threat to us. Although for the deathless vampires, it's not that great of a threat. The Scorchers are a greater threat. What is my chance to hit? 17? So almost 1 in 5. 25. Alright, Lancer's already dead. Tesseron's next. Because the Pikeman has long range, but it doesn't pack the kind of punch that a Cyclops or Tesseron can. Missed me. Plus, the Tesseron and Cyclops' weapons punch right through shield belts. So it's not like Scorpio would be... So Scorpio can break from the group here and go for the... Oh no, the Tesseron's still covering. Take that back. So the Cyclops is damaged. The Tesseron is mostly killed. Whoops. And then once the really long-range stuff has been taken care of, we can switch to assault rifles and take out the Scorchers. In fact, given the damage that has been done to the long range, we could also just like steal the serum. I don't have to kill the mechs. Maybe that's what I do. Why take more risk when less risk works well? Let's just yoink this bad boy. Whoop! Missed me. So Inu's the only one that can't just like hop over the enemies to be able to get in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to piss them off with break fire so that Inu can make a break for it. They're aiming at him. And we're gone. Bingo, bango, bongo. We stole the serum. That's how to do it. Fight smart, not hard. Alright, Red Mist, you are going to be taken out of the casket. And then we're going to wait for your Crypto Sleep Sickness to wear off. Because Crypto Sleep Sickness, we don't want cured with the heal serum. That would be stupid. So, 4 hours. You get cured in 4 hours. Current priority is cure, Red Mist, and save Vamp. Now, there is a caveat there, which is, I need uranium to keep making armor. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Scorpio give his armor and his blade up to Red Mist, and Red Mist will be the one to go help Vamp, because you can't... If I'm against a bunch of, like... Oh, don't do that. If I'm against a bunch of, swans, let's go with the brawler that can't be hit. Or nearly can't be hit. What's Vamp's timer? Should be 4 days? 5 days? Yeah, 4.5. I've got time. Another thing that we can consider is making bionic legs for Red Mist. That would not require uranium like the recon armor would. We hadn't up until this point invested in bionics for Red Mist because we didn't know if Red Mist was going to be rescuable, but now she clearly is. So, using the serum. Once she gets there. Done. Red Mist Hemocollapse Syndrome was healed. For reference here... Oh, you know what? Do I have the wrong... I don't have the goals. Oops. Oh, yeah, I do. So for reference here, one of the goals was find a cure for the Hemocollapse Syndrome. And the other is to dismantle other... and seize other vaults. and to assemble a full gene lab. So one of the goals of this series just got realized. And I'm here for it. Scorpio, where'd your armor go? Oh, you were like eating when I told you to take it off. Rude of me. So now Red Mist is ready to slash, slice, and dice her way to Vamp's rescue. You have pocketed go juice? Yes, good. So once we clean up the launch pad a little bit and then switch the guns that we're using, we'll get back to the next rescue, leaving Scorpio behind and sending everyone else out. Another cache of goodies for a psychic emanator, guarded by 6 Neanderthals. I guess they don't know what it is, but they know it feels good. I'm down to steal that too, but Vamp's still the priority. So, Miss Red Mist, you are now going to be our dedicated cook again. Yeah. Back to having decent meals. EU's like, oh, thank God I'm off the hook. All right. Now is as good a time as any. I don't know if our target's wounded, but I will take some herbal meds just in case. Also, maybe Red Mist can make medicine, like industrial meds. That might be a thing that she can do. Put everybody in. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the Stalwart Ancients, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Stalwart Ancients.